Just wanted to give a very quick update from the front line on the sales in industrial property in Melbourne. In 18 years, I don't think I've seen anything like this. We're seeing, for a number of reasons, a huge amount of interest in purchasing industrial property and prices rising. I think there's probably four main reasons. We're seeing business confidence increase. We're experiencing historically low interest rates, and all the expectations are we'll see that continue for 2 or 3 years from now. There's a lack of supply of industrial property assets for sale, and then COVID really has turbocharged the industrial property market. It's quite remarkable. It's not something that I expected, but for a number of reasons, COVID has had a very positive impact on sales in industrial property and really the industrial property sector right across the board. So there's a few things to think about with this. There's the fact that during our lockdown period, pretty much everyone in an industrial property, being a warehouse or a factory, a very vast majority, probably 98%, were considered essential. So if we think about the type of occupiers, we've got warehouse and distribution, we've got third-party logistics or transport, all considered essential. Construction supplies, food manufacturing, food ingredient supplies, medical supplies, any of these industries, the further you look into it, printing, the further you look into it, the more you begin to realise that the majority of occupiers in industrial through that lockdown period continued. They continued on, they did not shut down. They were considered essential. And this has had a massively positive effect on industrial property. So investment money coming from overseas, local investment money, it's been split in the past between office buildings, retail, rural, agriculture, residential. And of all those sectors, it appears that industrial has really outperformed the other sectors. So along with that, during that COVID period, the trend towards e-commerce was greatly accelerated. So people were buying online far more frequently than previously. And that really, what that does, that shrinks that retail footprint and it grows the warehouses. So you're seeing an acceleration in the e-commerce industry, and you're seeing the warehouses grow. And they're growing rapidly. Like I'm talking 4 times in 2 to 3 years. So that uses up a lot of industrial property. So all of these factors combined has meant that investors that were happy to buy office buildings or happy to buy retail shops or retail strips are really reallocating and looking at industrial. So we're seeing a flood of money come into industrial, and that's at a macro level and also locally. The local investors are also doing the same thing with the smaller properties. So this is all fueling it. And then we've got owner occupiers that are occupying a building, and they're looking at the interest rates and they're thinking, well, I can borrow money at 3% and I'm paying the landlord a 5 or 6% return. They're wanting to buy as well. So those that have the equity are also looking to purchase. So this is all fueling the sales market in the industrial property market. It's very, I would say, hot at the moment. Hope that gives a bit of an overview. Thanks very much.